Gaetano, Tommy Horsehead, Scafidi is a notorious figure within the Philadelphia Mafia, known for his association with the violent and chaotic underworld of organized crime. His nickname, Tommy Horsehead, comes from his distinctive appearance and may have also stemmed from his involvement in criminal operations tied to horses or stables early in his life, though that detail remains speculative. Scafidi's life has been marked by violence, betrayal, and an eventual break from the Mafia, making him a significant figure in the broader history of mob informants. Early life and Mafia involvement. Born into a crime-connected family, Scafidi was groomed to be a part of the underworld from a young age. By the 1980s, he had become a soldier in the Philadelphia crime family, which was deeply embroiled in both local power struggles and the broader Mafia wars that rocked various crime families across the United States. Philadelphia was a particularly brutal landscape, marked by internal conflict, and Scafidi's time in the mob coincided with the leadership of bosses like Nicodemo, Little Nicky, Scarfo. During this era, violence and treachery were commonplace in the Philadelphia Mafia. Under Scarfo's reign, the crime family was one of the most violent in the country, with constant hits being carried out on rivals, both within and outside the family. Scafidi, as a soldier, was part of this bloody turmoil, participating in various illegal activities, including extortion, drug trafficking, loan sharking, and murder. The rise and betrayals. One of the major turning points in Scafidi's life was the eventual decline of the Scarfo era and the power vacuum that followed. After Scarfo's imprisonment in the late 1980s, the Philadelphia Mafia became embroiled in another series of internal disputes. During this period, bosses like John Stanfa and Joseph "Skinny Joey" Merlino rose to prominence. Tommy Horsehead's time with Merlino, known for his flashy style and reckless behavior, was especially tumultuous. At one point, Scafidi was suspected of being disloyal to Merlino's faction. As is common in Mafia circles, this distrust made him a target for violence. In 1994, Scafidi narrowly escaped an assassination attempt that became infamous in Mafia lore. A hit was put out on him, and Scafidi's close encounter with death, an attempted car bombing or shooting, made it clear that his time in the mob was growing more dangerous. Betrayal and cooperation with authorities. Scafidi's life took a drastic turn when he decided to flip, becoming an informant for law enforcement. This was a monumental decision, as breaking the Mafia's code of silence, or omerta, is seen as the ultimate betrayal. Scafidi was one of many mobsters who, in the face of internal power struggles and increasing pressure from federal investigations, chose to cooperate with authorities in exchange for protection and leniency. His cooperation was invaluable to law enforcement, providing insights into the workings of the Philadelphia Mafia, including details on violent crimes and the key players involved. Scafidi's testimony helped dismantle parts of the organization, contributing to the convictions of several high-ranking members of the Philly mob. Life as an informant and aftermath. After flipping, Scafidi entered the Witness Protection Program, living under an assumed identity to avoid retribution from the Mafia. However, the decision to become a cooperating witness did not come without a price. The psychological burden of betraying his lifelong criminal associates, coupled with the constant fear of being targeted by vengeful mobsters, weighed heavily on him. Scafidi later became vocal about his experiences in the Mafia, offering his story to the public. His willingness to speak about the violent, treacherous world of organized crime has been documented in interviews and books. Through these accounts, Scafidi has painted a vivid picture of the dangers and betrayals that characterize the life of a mobster, revealing the inner workings of a criminal empire that few live to tell about. Legacy. Tommy Horsehead's legacy is twofold. On one hand, he is remembered as a figure deeply entrenched in the Philadelphia Mafia, a man who lived through, and contributed to, some of the bloodiest moments in the crime family's history. On the other hand, he is one of the most significant informants in Mafia history, a man who turned against his former brothers to save himself and assist in the takedown of a powerful criminal network. Though the life of Gaetano, Tommy Horsehead, Scafidi has been marked by violence, crime, and betrayal, it also serves as a cautionary tale about the ultimate costs of a life in the Mafia. His story, like those of many other former mobsters turned informants, underscores the perils of choosing a path that seems glamorous from the outside but is ultimately riddled with paranoia, danger, and death. ChatGPT can make mistakes. Check IMP. Thanks for tuning into Sika True Crime Docs. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more captivating tales. Your support helps us keep bringing these stories to life. See you in the next episode.